Hey, man. Ass and titties reign supreme, man. I don't care what we talking about. You want to get people's attention? Ass and titties. And I'm sorry we starting out verbal cardio this way, but ass and titties reign supreme. They run. You want to get somebody's attention? Ass and titties. We pulling up. We pulling up in outrage. We pulling up in support. We pulling up to purr. We pulling up to just see what's going on. But ass and titties reign supreme.
This is facts.
I mean, there ain't no other way to slice it.
Mm-mm. And I'm here for it, by the way.
Ass and titties is lit.
I'm with it. I love it.
I'm looking up your issues now as a politician.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you twerking? Well, what else you talking about? What else you believe in? That's a great way to get people's attention. It works.
And the skill, because it's upside down.
Oh, upside down twerk from a senator.
Sand.
On sand. Elbows strong. Core.
Strong.
And that's what you need. You need strong core values in politics. And so she's showing you she got a strong core.
Facts.
And cheeks.
We got to send her some cakery shorts.
Man, she need those cakery shorts. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be the tipping point for her election.
Oh, absolutely.
What's up, good people? It's time for another session of that verbal cardio. Man, we back, baby. I got my co-host of the decade, Water, H2O, Agua. Water is back. Water ain't never left. If it does leave, we're done. That's the thing. So you sitting here attached to people and places and things that hold no real value. Water is the true value. Okay? Y'all need to realize it. See, you're spoiled. You got access to good water and you're spoiled out here. Imagine if we didn't have that good water. That good water on command. On command. Man, look out, man. Y'all don't appreciate. How much water y'all drinking right now, huh? How much water you had yesterday yesterday was the 4th of July. By the time you hear this, it's going to be on the 4th of July, this past 4th. How much water did you take in? Straight water. Don't give me that, well, I had juice, I had tea, I had coffee. Nah, man. Straight water. I know you was out here frolicking, drinking juice, beer, Hennessy. Was you really getting that H2O in? Was you taking it in? What color was your pee on the 4th? Was it a deep, dark, beer-looking piss? Did you get that clear going? What we got going? Was there a lot of yeast in there?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of bread, a lot of hops, whatever they got going in beer. Beer is disgusting, by the way. But water is not. Drink it, hold it, cherish it. That's always my co-host, each and every week, man. Water. Always complain, always trying to look young, man. Always out here trying to beat time. I want to look young, man. Y'all ain't drinking water. When I be looking at old classmates, they look older than me. Why? Because they ain't drinking the waters. They look like they in their 50s. 56. I'm like, yo, we the same age. But yeah, 56 is the look. I ain't drinking water. Y'all got a whole luggage set under your eyeballs. Full luggage. Samsonite. Toomey. You got all the bags. Louis Vuitton. Who else making luggage out here? What's another luggage brand? Goddamn.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's luggages out here. Whoever making luggage, that's what your eyes look on the underneath, because you ain't drinking the water. It's going to filter you out. It's going to clean out your system. Put some lemon juice in there. The lemon juice. Come on, man. Come on, drink more water. If there's anything I want you to take from me, after everything I've ever done, stand-up, voiceovers, whatever, I want you to be like, man, every time I think of Tony Baker, I think of water. That's my legacy. That's what I want. Y'all gonna be thinking the other stuff. Yeah, Graham, Kirkpatrick, he said, you know what I'm saying? Animals, this, that, and the third. Dimples, underbite, whatever. Ballooning weight. I want you to think water every time you think of me, man. But we back, though. Got my producer extraordinaire over here, Sabrina. She back there, you know what I'm saying? How you doing?
I'm good.
How was your holiday?
It was wet.
It was wet.
Yeah, went jet skiing. Should have been there.
Did you have fun?
I had a good time.
It brought back memories?
It did bring back memories. It was super nostalgic. And it's so, like, it's really weird. And we were talking about it yesterday, how people out here have never gone jet skiing. Like, y'all live on the beach. What are y'all doing? Mad people in New York go jet skiing all the time.
Yeah.
We live in filth.
Y'all do live in filth.
We live in filth. Why we all know how to jet ski?
New York is filthy.
And then people out here. Like,
Where y'all be going, man?
Miami.
Y'all go all the way to Miami to jet ski
Miami,
as New Yorkers?
Jones Beach.
Hey, yo, guess who got shot in the dome piece? Jerome's niece on the way home from
But
Jones
mostly
Beach.
Miami. People, like everybody in Puerto Rico, that's where I learned how to jet ski.
So you got to go all the way over there. So
I mean,
basically you got to be Puerto
I feel
Rican
like
or you got to have Florida connection.
Miami's the other borough.
Okay.
That's the other borough.
What about the people that can't afford to travel, man? Where y'all at?
They somehow make it.
Because traveling is pricey.
Yeah.
And I know everything is close on the East Coast, but Florida is a journey from New York.
Yes.
How far is that drive?
That's I did that drive. I think it was like 18 hours.
That's
I did that drive at 19.
That's a big titty ass drive.
That was like my first
robust
crazy ass drive.
It
was a good time though. I had fun.
But I get why people don't really beaching out here, especially you live in the valley.
Yeah, because it takes
you gotta work
to
get to the beach.
Yeah, but just once in a while, treat yourself.
Yeah.
Why not?
Do they be jet skiing in the ocean out here?
Oh no, you know what?
I feel like that's another thing too. You can't just be jet skiing in the raw ocean. You gotta have. I feel like in Florida and Miami, you got those pockets of water where you can just frolic and jet ski and and then you gotta go to the lake. And they got lakes out here, but
they do got lakes.
You gotta get to them.
Yeah.
And then if you want to live by the water, it's gonna cost you $18 million a month.
That's facts.
So it's just like, man, you really got to want the water.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you know what I'm saying. But it was my first time jet skiing, my debut. I was nervous in the beginning, but then once I got my feet together and got my confidence up.
Oh yeah, you did good. Cencere's a pro though.
Oh man, he was.
That was crazy.
Like he was always doing this.
He been doing this.
Yeah, I was just like, all right. But that's how they were, man. Like Serena and Cencere, I remember them growing up. It was like initially they were scared of the water, and then they just weren't. It was like an instant. It was just like an instant. They were like, oh, we don't know, you know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, they jumping in, diving in. They were fish like overnight. I don't know what the transition was mentally, because for most people, if you didn't just get thrown in when you were a baby, you have to mentally make the adjustment to get comfortable with the water. And so with the boys, I don't know. I want to know what that switch was. I'm going to ask Cencere. I was like, what was the switch? Is Cencere here?
He here.
Yeah, I'm going to ask him.
We can ask him. We can bring him in here.
I'm going to like, what was the switch to make you no longer scared of the water?
Should we text him and be like, come in here?
Yeah. Bring him in here real quick. Because I want to know. Because I know for me, I had fears about water. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as much as I love water, and I want y'all to keep drinking it.
I'm going to go get him.
You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to keep drinking the waters. But my question is, and my whole thing with water is, what's up, Billy Sorrells? I see you in the live. Matter of fact, let me cut this live off. Let me cut this IG live off. Y'all in here getting free. If y'all want to see this live, you got to join the Patreon, man. I forgot I was on IG live, man. So if you want to join this, click the link in my bio. Go to Patreon, become a member, and then you can do it like Cencere. While you're here,
while you're here, you can go over there.
Cencere. When was the moment? When was the moment you were no longer scared of water, as far as swimming and stuff like that? Do you remember the change? Because you and Serene changed overnight. Y'all was scared one day, and then the next y'all was just diving in, swimming. Do you remember when it clicked where it was just like, oh, this is fun? We do this. Which mic you need to be on? This one?
Let me sit down now.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm on the
Sit
podcast.
down. Come on, join it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that shirt, by the
Talk
way.
to
That's a
us. Yeah,
great
dark
shirt. That's my
crystal.
favorite.
Oh, snap.
All right. I don't even know. I don't remember. I don't think.
Yeah.
Cause like I remember learning how to swim in that. What was it?
Lisa's in them pool.
Yeah.
Yep. An apartment complex.
Yeah.
In Burbank.
But I don't feel like I was scared of the water.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like
Cautious because you didn't know what to do in the
I
water.
didn't know how to swim.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like
So it wasn't the fear of the water. It was just like, I don't know the rules or the mechanics yet.
because what I couldn't do was I just remember specifically like not knowing how to float.
Right.
Like just like, keep pedaling or
Yeah.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't remember being like scared of water.
Okay. And that helps. Because you didn't have a fear of anything, because I had the fear. And so that kept me out of the water streets. I would get in the pool, but I wouldn't do nothing. So that kept me at bay for a long time. And because I almost, for one, your grandmother, Nana, I was chilling with her on the side of the pool, and then she just dipped me into the water, so it went up my nose. And I remember crying, like, you tried to drown me. So it was dramatics. But so I held on to that for a while. And then when I was like, you know what, I'm gonna conquer the fear, I'm gonna get over that, moment. And then I took swimming lessons, I almost drowned in the swimming lessons. So I was just like, you know what? Swimming ain't for me. Because I was doing these little drills where you go to the bottom and go to the top. I got too comfortable and got too far from the edge, and then I panicked.
Okay.
Started flailing around, and then I felt like that was the moment I was out of here.
Yeah.
And so ever since then, when that happened, I took years away from learning how to swim. And then in college, when we lived in family housing, which you don't remember. Yeah. So this is 2004-05. I took a college swimming class, and that's when I fully got comfortable with swimming again. And I've been here ever since. But that took I had to become a grown man, have kids, and then finally I'm like, I can swim.
Okay, yeah, because I don't remember you ever being scared of water, but
yeah.
Well, I feel like I never had like a almost drowning type of experience.
That helps.
Yeah. God bless.
That really helps.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
Yeah, because we would be going up and down. I remember in the Verdugo pool, Serene and I used to jump off the diving board and try to touch the bottom of the deepest portion of the pool. It was like, I don't know how deep that was, but the pressure would start feeling like it would hurt.
Yep.
That's how deep it was. And I was like, we would just do that all the time.
Because I think that pool was like 14 feet. 12 to 14.
Ooh.
Well, I feel like the diving area is deeper.
Yeah, because y'all was jumping off the higher diving board.
Ooh.
We was out there, man.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
We was no fear.
That's amazing.
They was fearless up in there. They was going up top. I was doing the low one. And then I would just hop in.
That sounds like my
I feel like me and Serene were just not, of like actual physical stuff.
Yeah.
Just not scared of doing it. Because at Six Flags, I was scared of the drop things for a while, but I got over it. But like, Goliath, like that's a good time. Yeah. It's scary.
Serene was scared for a minute though. But you weren't.
Oh, okay.
Your only problem was you weren't tall enough.
I wasn't tall enough for a lot of rides.
So it was like Serene, I couldn't, he just wasn't comfortable going on certain rides, but you was always down with the height.
Yeah.
But then once you got your height, you was all in.
I remember specifically like the drop rides.
Yeah.
Like where it's just straight drops.
Yeah, it's just
I was
straight.
Like, man, what?
No plot.
Yeah.
No storyline. No character development. It's just.
Exactly. The one at Knott's specifically, Knott's Berry Farm, has like no storyline. It's just like a drop. At least at Six Flags, it's like Lex Luthor right next to Superman.
Yeah, they give you a story leading up to it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But yeah. But you was Fearless McGee. And then yesterday at the jet ski, you was riding that jet ski like you've been doing it for years. First time, that's the debut. He was killing it. Standing up.
Killing it.
Standing
Absolutely.
up, going fast.
I was like,
I was like, wow. Y'all was showing out. You too.
It was speed.
Oh, yeah.
What was the fastest jet ski you...
Like yesterday?
No, just
in general? Time. I don't know. I used to go fast though.
Okay.
I was reckless when I was younger. I was careful yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. That's careful. I'm just standing up.
Because I had to get comfortable again.
Right.
And it's quick. You guys realize like it's a quick comfortability.
Yeah.
So when you're familiar with it, you get real comfortable real quick. But I was still like, all right, this ain't my jet ski. I don't know.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
I want to know how deep that water is too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yo, because listening to your learning how to swim story, I wasn't even a year old. And my aunt just threw me in a pool and said, don't worry, she'll be all right.
Yeah.
And everyone panicked and I just floated back up and then I've been swimming ever since.
That's crazy.
That's exactly how it started.
That's a gamble, though.
Yeah.
She'll be all right.
This was in Long Island. It literally just threw me in there.
Now? Oh, yeah, she'll be all right. What if your aunt had the false confidence and you never came back?
She was a nurse, though. She would have figured it out.
She'll be all right.
Yeah.
It's been 5 minutes. Trust me.
Yeah.
Cut to the funeral.
I know. Yeah. The nurse the same thing as a lifeguard? Like,
nah, she would have at least gave me something. I don't know.
Yeah.
She would have got me to the hospital at the very least.
Right. I know what to do. If she drowns, I know what to do. I know how to get the water out of her lungs.
But I was like a fish after that. I was always, any chance I got, I was swimming.
You got to get the kids when they're young.
Yeah. I was obsessed with water.
Before fear kicks in.
That's true.
My fear kicked in.
Don't know how to swim. I
wasted a lot of years being scared. And I was ashamed of my body, too, so I stayed dressed. There's that, too. So I had a lot going on. But thank you, sir.
Oh,
this needs to be a podcast, by the way.
Yeah, man.
The Bakers.
Let's do it, man. You like podcasts?
Baking it up.
You like doing the podcast?
I mean, yeah, I'll show up, you know.
I'll show up.
You can be like Kramer, man. You come in like,
come in.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'm not very good at coming up with topics, you know. I'm not
that's
the tough part, but we got you.
Yeah.
We got you. We just need to elaborate. But thank you, sir.
All right, I'm out of here.
Yeah, man. Enjoy it, man. Love you, man.
Love you too.
All right, guys. What else is going on?
Dimple surgery is happening.
People really out here getting fake dimples.
People are really getting fake dimples.
You know how hard I worked for mine?
You didn't.
I worked hard for these.
You came out the womb.
Let me tell you something. I worked hard for these dimples.
Not at all.
And people just think they can just come in here and buy dimples. How do? Nothing's real anymore.
No.
Nothing's real at this point. We don't know who to trust.
I will say that, like, you know, I grew up in like that scene where people were like heavily tattooed and pierced, and a lot of people had dimple piercings, which was, I didn't really love them. But when you take them out, you have that permanent like indent from your piercing, so they would have dimples after they take out their piercing.
I'm outraged,
and I was like, oh, it's a good hack. And now they're just actually doing the surgery.
I'm outraged.
It's insane.
So they actually paying for deformities.
They're paying for deformities. But people get freckles tattooed on them. So it's you know what I mean? Like everything that people are either like self-conscious about or just like my freckles, my dimples, da-da-da. And now people are like, nah, I want that. That's why you need to like just appreciate what you got.
Who's self-conscious about dimples?
I don't know. I'm sure somebody is.
Probably
I'm sure,
so.
yeah. Like something that causes a lot of attention for like somebody who has high anxiety or an introvert or something like that. Like if they're constantly being commented like, "Oh my God, your dimples," they're like, "All right, man, I don't want these anymore because y'all looking at me. Stop looking at me."
Nothing without these.
This is true.
My dimples, I'm nothing. I'm just a bum on the street without these things. There's nothing. There's no stand up. There's no voiceovers. There's nothing.
There's no water.
I would have drowned in that swim class if I didn't have these dimples.
This is true.
I'd have just been like, what's the point?
Yeah. Because your personality is...
The personality is...
not even mid.
Fall by the wayside.
Yeah.
The dimples was keeping me alive.
This is fact.
People follow me for the dimples.
Yeah. Even though a lot of people don't know what your full face looks like.
They can hear the dimples in the voiceovers.
Yeah, they know the dimples
I don't sound like this without the dimples.
No, you don't. You're a little more high-pitched.
It's ridiculous out here.
Yeah. But it's just so crazy. It's like a real thing.
You can just get anything you want now.
Yeah.
Nothing is special anymore.
No, it's so crazy. You could do whatever you want.
Nothing is special, man.
You could buy abs.
That's what I might get in on.
Go to Dr. Jung Money That's really his Instagram name.
Jung Money?
Jung.
Jung Money.
Dr. Jung Money.
So I can get some abs?
Yo, I showed you his work before.
Yeah.
His work is amazing. Insane.
Abs,
but the thing about his work
Oh.
is that these women get his work done and then they become fitness influencers. And
see, that's what I won't do.
I want to fight them. All of a sudden, they're selling you programs.
You can get this too if you come work out like I do.
Yeah, and they be doing the bare minimum, and I'm like, bro, you're not even lifting heavy weights. You're not doing nothing. You definitely bought that.
I don't like that.
I don't
because you selling falsehoods.
Yeah, like
I don't like that.
Own the fact that you bought the abs.
Exactly. Like when I buy my abs, everybody gonna know I bought them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna still have the bag they came in in every shot. When I'm shirtless, yeah, I got it out this bag right here. You know, I'm gonna let you know.
You gonna be like my cousin with his watch.
And I'm fake. Yeah, it's just gonna be like whenever I show the abs, these are fake. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how my personality is. I don't want no misconceptions or no front. I'm gonna let you know. Oh, actually, these are fake. Or there's no misconstrued. But I saw something yesterday. I was shirtless yesterday.
Oh shit!
And I noticed something.
Nipples.
It was all canceled the way I was eating yesterday, but there was a moment I caught myself in the reflection. I was shirtless damn near all day in the community. I'm shy. So I saw some definition in the upper top. Not in the bottom. Not in the still love Handle McGee. But in the top, I was like, this the ab rolls. I was like, okay, I just got to keep working.
Body, yada, yada, yada.
I noticed that in the reflection when I was over there by the grill talking to them. I looked up in the reflection. I was like, oh, okay.
You're like, who's that, Poppy?
A little something. I just got to keep working. But
what needs to happen? I think you should start counting macros.
Yeah, I don't feel like doing all that work right now. Because I know you've been saying it, but I'm just like...
You should, but it's easy. It's not that much work. Especially if I cook for you. Or if I help you. If I help feed you, really, all you have to do is focus on protein. Try to stay away from some carbs. Yeah. Not stay away from fully. Don't ever fully stay away from carbs.
They say don't do that.
Don't ever do that. Yeah. Just up your greenery. Like I know you do a lot of spinach, but more than just spinach. Like you know what I mean? Kale.
I don't do kale.
Do asparagus. That's why I started adding asparagus. But I'm just saying on a regular basis. But counting macros isn't that hard.
You're talking to Green McGee.
I get it. But I'm just saying. But you have to have a balance. You don't do enough protein, focus.
Protein,
and if you, the best way to build muscle and shed weight, shed fat is to uptake, to your protein. You got to take in more protein. Yeah. And I don't think you take in enough protein for as much you work out. Yeah. You're not feeding your muscles at all. What you are feeding is your fat because you be snacking. Sorry, y'all.
Ain't no sorry, man. Keep it real up in here.
But
I'll be snacking.
Yeah, but what I do. If you don't want to count your macros, at least have a more protein focused lifestyle. Yeah, I don't want to say diet because diets are temporary. Just lifestyle.
I don't be having that many protein options though outside of the tofu.
But you can find some. And then you could also you know what I made this morning?
I don't want to do
you know what I made this morning?
Protein powders and shakes and stuff. Huh?
I made protein pancakes this morning with oats. With oats.
Slippery bastard.
Chia seeds, hemp seeds. It was just a bunch of seeds.
Where's the protein coming from in that?
I did use I have a protein shake. I only used a little bit of that. And then I did use a scoop of protein powder. And then just egg. And I mixed that all up, and I made
just egg got a little bit of protein, but
yeah,
because I'll definitely eat that.
What's your beef with protein powder? Because I'm sure we can find a way around it.
It's all processed, and
we can find you a natural, not overly processed protein powder because it exists. You could also make your own protein powder.
Out of what?
Just a bunch of seeds. There's this one dude that I follow that makes his own protein dust. I don't know what to call it. It's like a powder, and he puts it in his rice. He puts it. He makes drinks. He makes food. He makes a whole bunch of stuff with it, so I'm gonna get that for you.
Yeah, I wonder what it's because the highest I guess my highest source now is just tofu.
Yeah, but there's
and I don't like eating that all the time.
There's more out there.
Yeah.
And also I think you need to stop being scared of certain things. Like I know like low fat is important, but sometimes because you might be like scared of like things that have high protein because it has like a little higher fat than you would want. But then you turn around and like yesterday I was like, man, he eating a whole bag of chips.
Oh, yesterday it was
I know, but like when you snack,
everything I had was off the table yesterday.
Like when you snack, all of those things, like the fat all together, without the protein added into it, you might as well just have something that has high fat with higher protein.
Right.
Rather than just having a whole bunch of little things that might have just a little bit of fat, because all that's going to add up anyways. But now you're not even really feeding your body what it needs. So,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm out here snitching. This goes for a lot of people. A lot of people need this. Yeah, you do need some fat. Like, absolutely. But not too much.
Oh, I'll be eating fat.
Yeah.
I'll be eating fat. I just try not to go over 40 grams. And like if I see 17 grams of fat, I'm out.
Yeah.
On one thing, I was like, no, I'm not having that.
Which makes sense.
So it'd just be too much. Some of these protein bars and stuff like that, the fat is just too high. And I'd just be like, nah. And nuts and stuff, they be having mad fat in those. And I love nuts.
Hey, yo.
Press play. You know what I was thinking today? I saw some things said that Bette Miller said and Macy Gray said.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And I realized I was introduced. My introduction to transgender people was actually through my mom. My mom had a friend. Matter of fact, let me make sure. Jimmy's still alive. So my mom introduced me to the transgender community. Yeah, he passed away. So she had a friend named Jimmy. Now Jimmy, I'm not sure which way Jimmy went in terms of was it man to woman or woman to man, but Jimmy was my intro. And so I was thinking back and I was just like, yo, my mom had a transgender friend. I remember Jimmy had like you could tell Jimmy was a smoker. Jimmy had that kind of smoky, voice, kind of like, kind of earnest. And Jimmy was like mad, like skinny and like sinewy and veiny. And I was just like, yo, this is your friend Jimmy. And she was just telling me about Jimmy. And I was just like, yo. And then I started thinking back. I was like, yo, that was my introduction to the transgender community. And that was my mom's friend. And I was like, wow, you introduced me to a transgender person.
What was Jimmy's pronouns?
I don't know.
Wait. But you were sure that Jimmy was trans?
That's what my mom told me. And
but what did Jimmy present as?
Jimmy?
No, present as in like when you looked at Jimmy.
Woman. Yeah.
Okay, so Jimmy most likely transitioned to
man to woman.
To a woman. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They met playing spades, and Jimmy was my mom's spade partner.
Okay.
And they won, so that's how they became friends. So Jimmy would be at the house, and Jimmy was always cool. And so I thought about that recently. I was just like, yo, Jimmy was my intro. And as a kid, you know what I'm saying? It's my introduction. So I was just like, oh, okay. Well then, all right. So shout out to Jimmy. Rest in peace. Jimmy passed away some years ago. But Jimmy's voice had that, what's going on, Sammy? It was like a smoky, kind of like Ernest P. Worrell, but not really in that vein. Shout out to Jim Varney for that character. Rest in peace to him too. But yeah. I don't know why I got on there, but I was just thinking about that. And I was talking to my mom about that this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I I don't remember my intro. I feel like they've just always been around.
Yeah. Well, New York, man.
Yeah, that's the
I feel like
thing.
you was around everything.
I was exposed early to everything. And it was never like.
And this was New Mexico.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So for,
shout out to Jimmy.
Somebody like Jimmy to be in Clovis, New Mexico, it's just like.
That takes a lot of guts to just be yourself.
Yeah.
No matter what the environment is. And I don't think a lot of people understand that, because when a lot of people try to say it's a choice, and it's like no one's choosing to be hated.
Right.
No one's choosing to possibly die for being who they are outside.
Right.
And loving who they love. Like no one's choosing that. They're choosing to be themselves.
Right.
Freely and openly and hopefully without a care in the world, if that is a possibility.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we know that it's not always a possibility. It's rarely ever a possibility, actually. Depends, like, unless you live in like Chelsea or the Castro. Even in Chelsea, like I've seen a lot. I'm like, bro, like you can't come over here being homophobic. You can't come to Chelsea to
Chelsea is gay
Chelsea,
neighborhood?
New York. Yeah. Yeah. So it's like.
Is it Manhattan?
It's just like the Castro. Like you can't go over there and be like, bro, what?
Right.
You in the wrong neighborhood. You about to get beat up.
You in the wrong part of town. You just hear somebody break a bottle. You know where you at?
Yeah.
Gay's ready to cut you up.
Ready to go.
You know where you at, bitch?
Yeah.
Like, whoa. Yeah, man. And just mind your business, man. That whole I don't agree with your lifestyle is just corny.
It's
not an
silly.
opinion.
It's not.
Me saying I don't like ranch, that's an opinion. I don't agree with you, Tony. But you can't be like, I'm attracted to this. I don't agree. It's just stupid.
You can't do that. Or you can't say, I don't believe. This isn't Santa Claus.
Right.
This is an actual individual who is in front of you. That's like you see, and you see their existence on a regular. This isn't a fictional character. This isn't the boogeyman. I don't believe
in which. Come on, man.
I don't believe in transgender.
I'm delivering Christmas gifts simultaneously worldwide at the same time.
On the same day?
On the same day. You know, overnight, everybody's getting the gifts.
That I don't
coming to everybody.
I'd have trouble believing that.
I don't agree with Santa Claus.
I don't agree with his lifestyle.
Yeah, man.
On December 25th.
Dumb. Just let people be, man.
Yeah, this is facts.
Just let people enjoy things in themselves and being who they are.
People be gay. And people be trans.
Be gay. They be trans.
And
they
people
be
be
flip-flopping.
non-binary.
They be going back and forth.
Yeah, like just let people be.
You know what I'm saying? Well, why do you press? Why does it matter to you?
Let people exist.
Your life is going to be so much better in terms of stress when you're not worried about what other people are doing. They ain't got nothing to do with you.
Ain't got nothing to do with
you
your
ain't
life.
even got to be stressed over all that, man. It ain't got nothing to do with your life. God damn, yo.
At all,
man. Come on.
I feel like you really could live a great existence if you just mind your fucking business.
Oh, man. Minding your business is free 99.
It's so crazy how, because you're getting so stressed out over something that you can just ignore.
Exactly.
You
worked up.
You're upset, frustrated, damn near about to have a heart attack because you
Think gay.
Douche.
I don't agree.
Yeah.
Why you worked up? Because they always throwing it in our face.
You know what would be great?
I just didn't grow up around it.
Oh. Maybe try ignoring it. Maybe try.
I can't ignore it because it's always, they just throwing it in everything.
Maybe get a hobby so you can focus on that. Maybe focus on your family, on working, stacking paper.
They always talking about being gay.
Oh, go on vacation perhaps? Maybe?
They always telling us what they don't like to be called.
Maybe just respect it and just call them that and go on with your life. Or maybe don't even address them at all. Maybe. Sir? You okay?
I'm just tired of it.
You don't have to be tired of it. You don't have to be tired.
Like, all right. There you go. That's all you got to do.
Literally.
It's easy. It's easy peasy.
It's the easiest thing. And then when people be like, I don't understand the pronouns, like whatever pronouns people want you to use towards them, just use it. You don't have to understand why they feel.
Yeah.
Or like, you don't have to understand anything. All you have to understand is respect that person. If that person's pronouns, if they're presenting as however they're presenting, but they want to go by he, him, she, her, or they, them, who cares? Respect it. And
it's easy.
It's so easy.
It's not throwing you out of your life. They're not moving in. They're not sitting in your car.
No.
They're not raising your bills.
They're not changing your pronouns.
They just asking you, yo, refer to me as they.
Please. That's it.
Why can't I just call you he or she?
It's so
easy.
And then also if somebody in your life comes out as either trans or non-binary, I know it's going to take some time to adjust because I have people in my life that it still sometimes takes, I'm like, oh.
I'll just be fumbling.
Yeah, and fumbling is fine.
I fumble with my kids' names. It's nothing personal.
It's literally
I call Cencere, Cencere all the time.
Right. My grandmother used to go through, she has 10 children and 1 million grandchildren. She would go through all of them before she got to Sabrina.
Right.
She would be like, Maggie, Came Rosa, Milton, Sabrina. I'm like, bro, I'm glad we made it.
It's not intentional. It's just,
Yeah.
Just the effort.
It's literally just that easy. Just like, don't beat yourself up. Just be like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. And correct yourself. And then that's it. You don't have to worry about it too much.
And don't call me uncle, man.
Oh, God.
Don't call me your uncle. Unless you were my niece or nephew. Y'all are all there. But just don't. And don't be mad because I don't want to be called uncle. It's an unattractive word. I don't like the way it sounds. Out of every family name, let that laugh out back there. Out of every family name, what is the most unattractive? You got mother, father, mom, mommy, daddy, dad, sister, brother, step, cousin, aunt. Is that everybody? Auntie. Uncle. Where does uncle rank on attractiveness of sound? You're not putting uncle at the top of that list. You're not.
Mm-mm.
It's towards the bottom, if not the bottom. Why would I want to be called that if I'm not your uncle?
An unk.
Unk? No, none of it. Call me OG. Call me old man. Call me sis, bro, pops.
What about cousin?
Cousin, yes.
There we go. We should.
Everything.
Cousin Tony.
Everything is uncle. Is just uncle.
And can I actually fight for cousin Tony because I'm cooler with my cousins.
Yeah.
And I like doing things. I always like excited to go on adventures and do all that stuff with my cousins.
Uncles come with baggage that's negative.
Uncles.
The creepy uncle.
Yes.
The trying to be cool uncle.
Yeah.
The pervert uncle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The abusive drunk uncle. It's rarely, and I told this on the live, Theo.
I'm
cool
you
with
like
that.
Theo? Okay.
You can call me uncle in Spanish.
Come on, Theo.
But the word uncle is just uncle. It sounds like falling down the steps with Tupperware.
Primo Tony.
What does that mean?
Cousin.
Oh yeah. Primo is beautiful. Yeah. Uncle is just, but people get bent out of shape when I first posted that, and then they keep. I'm gonna call you uncle anyway. Like, why do you do that?
I mean, primo is nephew. I'm sorry, I don't know
nephew?
Spanish.
Oh, okay. But that's all good. Even nephew, aunt. Don't call me auntie though. That auntie is. I don't really like auntie either. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. It's cousin.
Oh, it is cousin.
Yeah,
Sabrina
I clearly don't ever call my cousins primo or prima, but I do remember my uncle. The reason I remember this, my uncle Milton.
Call him Theo.
You know, my Theo Milton. You know Theo Milton. He would always be like, "Oh, this is my sobrina, Sabrina," And that's how I'm gonna remember that. That means niece.
Niece.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I love being an uncle.
Yeah.
Like I'm the cool uncle. I'm that uncle. Like around my nieces and nephews, let the good times roll. I love the roll. And my actual family can call me that. But y'all on Instagram? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Call me anything else. It's just not that. And accept it, embrace it, respect it. Ain't got nothing to do with your life.
Ain't got nothing to do.
Just telling you, man.
With your life.
And it's funny because that movie role where I could end up with that name, I'm just like, oh shit.
But we're not talking about it. We're not talking about it.
But we're not talking about it.
I do want to talk about Lovecraft Country and its potential, and could it have been as big as Stranger Things if it never got canceled?
For one thing, I don't think it would have gotten as big as Stranger Things, only because Stranger Things, even though it's gritty, it skews younger. So you're going to have the youth tapping in more with Stranger Things. So you got the youth and the old. You got the new kids, the young kids, and the grown-ups who grew up in the 80s. So you're going to have that. Lovecraft, though. Lovecraft won't be as big as Stranger Things either because of the social commentary in it. A lot of white people ain't going to be ready for that type of social commentary that's in Lovecraft Country. They're not going to be comfortable with, the racism and the, you know what I mean? Me personally, I think Lovecraft Country was an amazing show. Great storylines, inventive, creative, all over the place, and I loved it. Scared the shit out of me, those twins.
Man, I love that.
Let me in. That shit creeps me out to this day. I wish they would have came back. I wish that show would have come back. I was looking forward to it. It was fantastic. But the shows don't really match theme-wise. But that's why I feel like it wouldn't be as big as Stranger Things. Because you have that whole social element there. There's a lot of it's too heavy for a lot of people to really take in. But I miss Lovecraft Country, man. I enjoyed it. But I will say this about Stranger Things. Season 4 is amazing. Season 4 is a really good time. It really affected me emotionally on a couple levels. Season 4, it just made me really want to. I'm a fan of teams. Always been that way since reading comic books, X-Men, Avengers, Justice League. It's like, yo, I love teams. And so in Stranger Things, they had teams of friends in this one. They were all divided, but they were all on the same team, but they were all in separate places. So everybody was doing something different. I was like, and then the team comes together and it's just like, yo, the teamwork. Like Goonies, Monster Squad, even though I didn't see Goonies in this entirety. Stand By Me, like, you know what I'm saying? These friendships, these teams. And it was just like, yo, man, I miss friendships. I miss going on adventures together. And I miss just going somewhere with a group of friends is just something that I loved doing growing up. I'd be like, yo, let's go to this old factory. Let's go check this out. And people would be scared, but they would still go. And it was just like, we would just do things that was fun. And it would be like a bunch of us. And we would just be like, man. And then, we memory building and doing all this. And we're scared and we're laughing and we're like, and so I miss that a lot. Like, and so when I was watching this season, it really resonated with me. And then I was thinking about just my past and just like, man, I miss that. And, me and Sabrina were having a conversation. I was just like, no, she was like, we can go on adventures now, but I want to go with my friends. Like, I want to go in a deep group, not people I just met either. Like, I want history with the people involved. So it was just like, I miss that whole like vibe. And like, I know I've been in a cave, but this is what happens when you go through this. And now, Stranger Things sparked something in me was just like, you know what? It's adventure time, baby. Like, I can hear the cartoon, like adventure time. And like, and when I posted a tweet about that, it resonated with a lot of people. Like I didn't really think it was gonna resonate like that with you, but it did. And I was just like, man. And then when we get grown, adulthood sucks in this way. And like, even though I'm a young spirit in a lot of ways too, I'm an old head too, and a very responsible one. Like, because when you get grown, you got responsibilities. You got kids to take care of. You got bills to pay. You got things to do. Well, you can't just go on adventures like that willy-nilly. You can't just take a trip. You can't just do that. And I get it. I get it because, I'm in that space where, I'm not comfortable just taking off and going somewhere because, I got shit to do. I got things to prepare for and things to worry about. And so as an adult, I get it. You just like, hey, man, I got these bills. They ain't going to pay themselves. You know what I'm saying? And now, I've gotten to a place where I can take some time to really go on an adventure. But then my crew is the adults. They like, we got this going. We got to do this. We got to do that. And a lot of the free spirits too, a lot of the real free spirits, they be like, yeah, I'll do anything. But also, I see in them too that they ain't really responsible. And so you'd be like, all right, I don't know. So now I'm really in adventure mode. And Stranger Things really tapped into that. And also it tapped into a lot of emotions that I had, going through, my whole process of losing Serene. It was just like, man, I had like a couple of breakdowns during the episode. And I was just like, man. And so all that was coming together throughout the season. And then even the end, I was just wet faced. My face was wet. Like I dipped my face in the sink. And I was just like, and then Cencere walks in like, yo, Dad, where's the paper towel? And I was just like, why are you looking for the paper towel? I need something for my face. It just tapped into all those emotions. It was just like, and it looked fun. It looked fun. And then, they had new people along the way, but it was like that core group and seeing these kids act at a high level and the emotions and the connections, it was just like, man, everything came together perfectly in this season. Because last season, the Stranger Things, I was just like, whatever. With this one, I recommend watching it, man. Like, even if you're not even caught up, just check in anyway. Because I still feel like these emotions can really resonate with anybody that's just coming in. Or even if you don't remember the earlier seasons, I feel like the emotions can really resonate. And it's gritty. And it's gritty, it's scary. You got all that too. So yeah, man. This season tore my ass up. But also might have changed my life for a little bit. We'll see. We shall see. What else going on?
By the way, y'all, I'm always down for an adventure if y'all need me.
Sabrina stay down for an adventure.
I stay going on my own adventures.
She stay down.
I'm always down to just pick up.
But
and
Sabrina's
go.
a free spirit though. She ain't got no responsibilities really.
I mean,
here,
anywhere. I got responsibilities like bills and stuff, but I get them paid. I got.
But you can do that from anywhere though.
Yeah, literally.
You are not tied.
I know my like.
So you can be. A lot of adults don't have that. Where they can just go anywhere and just still,
I also like made sure that was my life. That's why I never wanted kids. And that's why I was always just like, I don't, because I also got a taste of that young when I was doing the catering. I was 23 when I started that, or 22. And I was traveling for work. And I wasn't tied to nothing. And I was like, this
when you were traveling for work, did you feel like you were traveling?
Yeah. Because it was just always something new. It was new air.
Yeah.
Like even the little things, like, yo, this is a new air. These are new trees. These are like, you know what I mean? I'm also coming from the city. So it's just like, it it just let me know like this is what I'm meant to do. I'm meant to always just if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like there were so many times when I was younger where I was just like, I want to rent a car and just drive. Yeah. Or I want to hop on a Chinatown bus and go to Philly for no reason. Mm. Or I went to Boston and like I would just do stuff like that. And then I started going bigger and I was like, I just want to go to this random state. Yeah. And a lot of times I would go to these places and work, do the catering. And that also was like dope because, you know, you get your little downtime to explore and stuff. One time I had to hitchhike from Tennessee back to New York. And that hitchhiking lasted one driver. And then I got on a bus. Mm. She was sweet. Yeah. Bless her soul. She was the sweetest woman. She's like, I have just all these kids and they're just driving me crazy and da 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 da. Like she's just telling me her whole life. And I'm like, all right, cool. She's like, where do you want to be dropped off at? I was like, just take me to the bus station because I don't want to talk to nobody no more. Yeah. Hitchhiking life's not for me because you got to talk. Mm-hmm.
Small talk.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm glad you said that because I tell people this all the time. Traveling for me, they always be like, travel, Tony, travel. I do this for a living. Yeah. And so I feel like I'm traveling. Like, you know, I go to so many cities a year. So it's just like, you know, just travel more. I'm like, I do. I go to more cities than the average person. And I feel like I'm in a new city and like I'll be taking the stuff in. And so traveling for me is not, when I say adventure, it's not just going to a new city. That's not what I'm talking about. It's doing things with your friends, people you love, like a deep group. And we really getting into an adventure. Like let's go to this old cemetery in the van. And it's a bunch of us. And it's just like, you got the loose cannon, you got the straight shooter, you got the scared person, you got the person that's, you know, hey, I know where all the spots are. Like everybody is bringing their own little element to the group adventure. I remember this one adventure we went on. We went to this, we was in a van. I can't remember whose van it was. Sam was driving. We was like on this road. It was a cemetery. And we was sitting there and the street light, the one street light that we was sitting under went off. Sam put both feet on the pedal. We mashed up out of there. We almost crashed several times, but it was just like, yo, man, why'd the light go off? It was just like, stuff like that is the stuff I miss. So when I say adventures, I mean like, or just going somewhere close, because I know everybody got responsibilities and, you know, all my friends, all my old friends are either trying to figure it out or they tied down. They got the kids, some of them doing government jobs. They be like, well, I can't go, out of state, And so it's just like, but I miss that. It was just like doing dumb shit. Right. Just going to explore and just like, random stuff. Because traveling, I am traveled, not out, but I'm just like.
That's what you do.
Traveling doesn't, give me that feeling that I'm yearning for, because I just do this. Right. But man, if you can go with a group.
I would love to like rent a van or something like that and take everybody to Murr Woods and then like stay out there in like a little cabin. And,
man,
that doesn't feel like, that place still don't feel real to me. The fact that we went, it still feels like, did that really happen? Yeah. Because it just felt. It felt fake in there. I was like, this is not a real.
It was beautiful in there.
It's not a real place.
And I want to go. I want everybody. Because another thing too, man, I like togetherness. Even though people be getting on my nerves, I like togetherness. Like I like us all going in the same vehicle. I like us all leaving in the same vehicle. Like when you hang out with your friends, everybody going this way. It's like 7 different vehicles just took off. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? And then when you all in that same vehicle, you're talking, you're laughing on the way up, the conversation is fire, you know what I'm saying? Because then, you know what I'm saying, you get with your regular group, might be 2 of y'all in the car, maybe 3, people on their phone, you just sitting, driving, listening to music. It's just, you know what I'm saying? But when you get in there as a whole group, somebody gonna be talking. about some stuff, and it's just like it's just more fun and exciting, and it's like that's what I'm yearning for out here these days. It's just that type of vibe where it's just like, man, we really in here, we going to this. And when you said Mirror Woods, it made me think of something on the adventure tip. I forgot what it was.
It'll come back to you.
Even like, even when I did comedy shows with the squad and we all took a road trip to New Mexico. I rented a van. We all got up in there, among 6 of us, and we went to New Mexico. Fun, man, because there's always going to be some moments of just ridiculous. You're always going to have the sleepy moments where it's just like everybody passed out except for the driver. But then when people are, like at the beginning of the road trip, mad fun, because everybody's up, everybody's excited, and then that wears off, depending on how long the trip is. And then you'll have those moments of Keenan getting pulled over by the cops or like the Burger King fiasco. It's just always something to bring the excitement within the group. And then you got those, you're building the memories in these adventures. And so that's what I'm yearning for. And Stranger Things
did that.
Reawakened that need in me to just have those type of moments.
Wait, so since you like adventures and friends, you know what you would love? Goonies. Watch it.
I got to watch Goonies. But it's really just going to make me feel even...
But that's gonna light a fire under you, and you're going to be like, yo, let's do this.
Right.
Like, let's go on an adventure. I love road trips.
And another thing, too, adults, man, y'all complain too much, man. Adults complain too much. When you're an adult, my knees, my back, my ankle, it's just always complaints. Everybody allergic to something, everybody can't do this, so you just like, we can't. And then everybody can't make it. Everybody can't make it on the adventure. Everybody can't hang, and then when you leave them behind, you feel bad, and you're walking too fast, and it's just like, man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Back when we was kids, you was heartless. You was just like, well, wait down here then. Adults be ruining everything. When you was a kid, you ate all the ailments. If your ankle was hurting, you didn't say shit. You just like, man, why your ankle swollen? Hey, man, I was coming on this adventure. Your ankle just exploded. Well, I was still coming. So you got to deal with that. It's just tough, man. I'm just looking for adventures. I'm just looking for adventures, man. Just a grown man looking for it. And I will watch Goonies. I got to do it in a movie night. It's coming. But it's just going to make me go further into the hole of I want adventures.
And that's fine. Because that's just going to solidify the fact that you really want an adventure. And you're going to get out your own way. And you're going to tell your friends, yo, shut up and show up.
Yeah.
And then y'all going to do it. Because y'all, the thing about you guys, at least your like squad, right? You can take this adventure and make money off of it by making it into content. And making it into like on a YouTube video, a bunch of reels, a bunch of like, whatever. Like it's not, we're living a day and age where adventures can still make you money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, not a lot of money, but a little something.
Because it's got to make the whole crew money, else they ain't going.
You can pay a little, well, they have to make their own content.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody got to just record and do what they do and da-da-da and then post it and whatever. Like, everybody can at least pay off a light bill or something.
Yeah.
So it's a different realm right now because y'all not working behind a desk.
Yeah.
Chaz be faking like he doing something, but
he ain't doing shit.
He ain't doing nothing. He just be sitting in the writer's room on Amazon or Macy's.com.
Yesterday felt like an adventure though.
It was a good time.
We went to a new place, a new lake, did something new that I've never done. With friends and family, that's what I'm yearning for, and I got that yesterday.
Yeah,
so I had a great time.
Yeah,
I had a great time, man.
It'd be a good time. Moyo said, "Okay, hear me out. Daddy Issues on the Road Adventure Series. I'm all the way tuned in. That'd be interesting.
That'd be great. But if I can get all the knuckleheads together,
even if you're missing a knucklehead here and there,
yeah,
it could be daddy issues with 3 daddies.
True." It's just 3 of us. Yeah. We damn near be doing that on my tour.
Yeah, I feel like that's another thing that you should start record because all that is adventures. Going to find a place to eat, going to those random stores. Those are all adventures. But I don't think you're seeing it like that because it's work related.
You know, and another thing too, not only that is because I don't feel like I'll be having enough time to really dig into the adventure element of the city. Because it'd be like, all right, we got to get back. And like, you know, I've been trying to get better at being punctual on the road, especially, you know, B-Lou been holding me accountable because it'd be like, you know, I'll be pushing it too close. Because, you know, me and you together on our own steam, timetable going to be trash.
Yeah.
But like, I need somebody to be like, because I'll be, and Keenan too. Keenan's punctual. Keenan and DC are very punctual. DC don't stress about it like Keenan does, but DC don't be late. And so when I'll be like, oh yeah, we can go down here, and then, you know, I'll be back by like 5:30. They be like, no, that's not enough time.
You do
like,
that though.
You right. All right, so let's do because in my mind I'll be like, oh, it's plenty of time. And then when I get back to the room, like I can shower, shave my head, get dressed, iron in 10 minutes. And then we'll be in the lobby call by 6. In 10 minutes, all that. It's not. But in my head, I'm like, yeah, I can shower for 2 minutes. You know, take the pre-dump, shower, you know what I'm saying? Shave my head, iron, 10 minutes.
Wow.
And be in the lobby. When in actuality, I need a good 45.
Yeah, you do.
45 minutes. So, but I love, you know, as y'all know, I'll be in the city. I'll be in these communities. Shoot, we was in the heart of the projects in Memphis, Nashville, Tennessee this year. That was an adventure. Shout out to Sibo for taking us around the city. The city proper in Nashville. We was in the city for real. And that's the kind of adventure I like. Or, you know what I'm saying? We was at risk. Yeah.
Oh, people were asking before about my hitchhiking, and they were like, "Weren't you scared?" Oddly, no. Well, I had a lot going on. I was working Bonnaroo in Manchester, Tennessee, and the company I was working with at the time, the owner, and a lot of the people that worked the company as well were super racist. And now, mind you, we were working for music artists, and you have all these Black artists coming in to eat your food, and you're making these sly comments to each other, and I can hear you, and I would call them out, and then I ended up being problematic, and I was just like, nah,
problematic to the bigots.
Like, I'm problematic. What? And then what ended up happening is that I hurt my thumb, and they took that as an opportunity to change my position. I was working front of the house in, like, you know, I was there where everybody was feeding themselves, and I was working with the artists as far as like what, like, you know, if they had a dietary restriction, I'd be like, okay, you could eat this, you could eat that, da-da-da. I hurt my thumb, sprained it, couldn't use it. So you know what they had me do? They're like, we're going to have you move these crates from here, from this tent to the tent on the other side. I said, I don't have a thumb. I can't use my right hand. And they're like, well, you're going to have to figure it out. When they said you're going to have to figure it out, that's when I knew, oh, y'all not fucking with me because I'm not fucking with you.
Right.
Bet. And so I went to my original, where I was originally working, and everybody loved me there. I already established a dope relationship with everybody in that dining room. And they're like, oh, where were you? Like, I was like, man, they was trying to get me to do this, that, and the third. They wildin'. And they're like, oh, your thumb, da-da-da. And so the boss dude came, and he said, what are you doing? There's crates you need to pick up. I said, look at my hand. It's literally wrapped. I can't fold it. I can't pick nothing up. I can't even feed myself with my right hand. What you talking about? He's like, well, you're going to have to figure it out or you can go. I was like, I bet. And so I said, fuck it. I took off all my credentials. Da-da-da. I was like, then I'm good. And they're like, well, you know what? Without your credentials, you can't get off of here. You can't get off the property. You can't get onto one of the carts. You can't do anything. So good luck finding your way home. That's what they said to me. So one of the people at Red Bull heard this and was like, "Oh no, you're staying the whole weekend." Gave me gave me like super credentials. It wasn't just regular. Like they gave me super credentials, so I could just stay. I can get on and off the property like how I wanted. But I didn't have a way home, so that's why I had to hitchhike, because they literally canceled everything, like for me to get back to New York.
Trash.
And so I was more amped up off of that happening than being worried about I might die.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, let somebody try to fuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
I was having a good time. And when I tell you the stuff they were saying was so fucked up, like I was so disgusted by these people.
Yeah.
I was just
Trash.
like, bro.
Thank you, Styler.
I called this one girl out. I was like, yo, did you really just say that? And she's like, well... No, she said it to her little fiance, and he walked away laughing like, ha. And I was like, yo, like y'all do realize I can hear you, and that means if I can hear you, other people can hear you. Like y'all sound so crazy, and you're dealing with these people food. Like everybody in here, it doesn't think like you. So even the white people in here aren't on the same page as you. So don't think you have an ally in the person that's in front of you getting food.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that's also another thing, that they would say certain things that I'd be like, bro, you can't say that in front of, like, there was a point where I wanted to throw hands, and that's when it ended up being an issue. I don't want to repeat it. I don't want to repeat a lot of this shit because it's just gonna get me angry again.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of stereotypical stuff with food involved. Let's just say that. And I was just like, bro, I have pictures of them too on my Facebook. I remember the company name. I remember everything. But yeah, it was trash. So I wasn't really worried about hitchhiking. I just wanted to get home and away from Manchester, Tennessee. But shout out to Manchester, Tennessee. There's really nothing else going on over there except for Bonnaroo. Literally, when Bonnaroo isn't there, it's a ghost town.
Wow.
They
Manchester,
literally.
I never heard of Manchester.
Yeah.
The only time I've hitchhiked was on accident because my car broke down as usual, and I would just get picked up quick. Like I never had to walk far when my car broke down.
In New Mexico?
Yep, New Mexico. I remember my car broke down. I got picked up in like feet. It was just like, yeah. Right. And I was like, how'd you know? You just look like you shouldn't be walking. Hop in the back of the truck. Yeah, I get picked up quick, so I'm like, man, surprisingly, you know what I'm saying?
It's the dimples.
I think it's the dimples that got me picked up.
The dimples.
The raw, organic dimples.
The real dimples.
Not a lot of people know, though. You know, I keep this from people, and I never really opened up about this a little bit ago, but my dimples are actually bullet wounds from when I was in the streets.
I heard a rumor about that.
Yeah, and so, you know, got hit in both cheeks.
Yeah.
And, you know, a small fragment on top of one of these sides. So it's kind of like you know, 2 dimples and a half joint.
Yeah.
And so these are really from the streets. And, you know, that's why, you know, I take it personal when people are out here, you know, with the fake dimples when, you know, mine are, you know, born from trauma. So people just out here just faking it just because they want to look a certain way. And I just, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that.
It's disrespectful. It's like the rappers who are getting their mouth wired shut so they can sound like, you know, 50
Cent. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Young
disrespectful.
Buck
And Kanye.
and Joe. You know?
It's mad disrespectful.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Through the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's get these questions, get the hell up out of here. And then side note, Stranger Things, I'm giving it 4.5 saxophones out of 5.
Ooh.
And I also want to know, if you watch Stranger Things, I want to know, which team did you want to be on? Out of all the teams that they had, in terms of the work they had to do, whose team you going with? I forgot everybody's name. It could be L's team at the pizza shop. It could be Justin holding the porch down on the other side in the other dimension with Eddie. It could be Nancy and them. It could be Lucas and them. Or it could be the grown folks in Russia. Whose team had whose job would you want on the team? I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Give me that pizza job. Give me the pizza team. That was easy work if you wasn't L. I'm gonna just say that. I don't want to spoil nothing, but
you should do
the pizza crew had the easiest job.
You should do a full review.
Yeah, I should do a full review. I don't want to do it today because we already out.
Not now.
But I'll do a full review of the last season of Stranger Things.
I'm going to only ask 2 questions.
Okay.
Rodney Edwards asks, if given the opportunity, would you ever do couples naked and afraid? Choose your own remote location.
No. Naked and afraid. I don't like having my sack out and my shaft just out all the time. Like, because naked and afraid, they butt ass naked, right?
And afraid.
So the butt ass naked part, I don't want my penis out around organisms that can get on it or in it. I'm just not comfortable with that. Like if we naked and afraid and I got to get in, even though like if I get into a lake or a swamp, even if I got clothes on, the water's still coming through the clothes, but it's just the rawness of it. Like I don't even like sleeping naked now.
This is
in a bed, in my own bed. Like I like to put some drawers on at least. I like containment. You know, I like to have the package secure. I like to, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be laying on my package in the middle of the night, all five pressed up against, you know. I'm just not comfortable with full nudity long term. I can stand there. I can give you a nude shot, take a pic, you know, whatever. But then I got to get dressed. ASAP.
This is facts.
Yeah, Sabrina be staring at me when I come out the bathroom, man. I don't like.
Because I'm like, ooh, nudity.
I'll just be
just
like
men be like,
out.
ooh, titties. I'm gonna be like, ooh, dick.
But you also know how women feel when they get stared at. But yet and still, you choose to make me uncomfortable.
But there's love behind it.
No, man, look
and
out, man.
and if somebody that I want me is staring at me. And like, ooh, I'm gonna be like, yeah.
I'm uncomfortable.
Nah, fuck all that. Taking these titties and I'm gonna taking that shit.
You're toxic.
I'm
toxic.
Very toxic.
Yeah. Yeah, so naked and afraid is a no for me.
I am scared of something crawling up the hoo-ha.
It's just, you know, give me some draws though. Give me the Tarzan loin.
Oy.
And I can hang in there. But just butt ass naked out here. Spiders? Man, come on, man. I'll be feeling weird, even though I'll be looking at the Black Widows at my house. If I got on slides, I'll be feeling like, oh, my socks. I'll be making sure I got to take care of that. So, yeah, that's the answer there.
It's funny. I started a show called Alone, where they just drop people in the middle of nowhere, and then they have to figure out to survive.
I could do that.
The episode I started watching, I didn't finish it. You would be interested in because grizzly bears were involved, and they had to survive.
I can do that.
Yeah, I'm put you onto it.
Here's the only thing that would scare me about being in the wilderness: bugs at night. Bugs at night. That's my biggest. Like I'm not worried about animals that can clearly just come in and ravage me up. Mountain lions, bears. You know what I'm saying? Wolverines and shit. It's the bugs that's gonna get me. Like at night, where I can't see where they at, where they could be on me, they could be right there, and I'm just like, I can't see, y'all. I can't see. And then every little, oh, what's that? What's on me? Like I would never be able to relax. And so, and then the spider webs I'm walking into, I almost walked into a palm spider in Seychelles. Broad day. This huge spider is sitting in the middle of the web, almost walked right into it, tongue kissed it in the mouth. Almost. So that would be my biggest issue. It's just the bugs that I can't see at night.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Oh man.
Marcus J asked, would you rather get slapped across the face by a stranger or kissed in the mouth by a close friend? So stupid. But it's hilarious to me because you really gonna think about it.
It depends on the friend. Depends on the friend. You know what I'm saying? Because a slap across the face, I could get angry and be in jail.
Chaz?
You
gotta kiss Chaz in the mouth.
I'm getting slapped in the face.
Okay. DC?
I'm not kissing none of the guys.
No, it has to
I'm
be.
taking the
It has
slap.
to
It
be the
said close
squad.
friends, man.
Nah, we're gonna go with Kev.
No.
Oh,
taking the
okay.
slaps. Taking the slaps, man.
But what if it's a woman close friend, but she's married to one of your friends? You taking a slap?
Probably have to take the slap. But if they was comfortable with it, I'd be like, you know.
No, because then it's something that they're gonna deal with eternally. Like
long term, yeah.
Yeah, like it's never gonna be you unless they're more like us. I'd be like, hey man, you had to do what you had to do. I'd be like, I get it. And I ask her like, how was it? Did you feel the dimples when you kissed?
Yeah, if it's not like ramifications for them later on.
Yeah. They'd have to be a really comfortable couple.
Yeah.
That'd be like, hey man, it was either that or he get slapped by
a stranger,
Andre the Giant.
And a stranger, there's a lot of different slaps coming in.
Yeah.
From a stranger, I don't know what to get. Mike Tyson is a stranger.
That is a stranger.
But yeah, so that's the answer.
To that sizzle. Yeah, I mean, in that situation, of course I'm comfortable. Why wouldn't I be? I'd be like, I don't want my man to get slapped by Mike Tyson. Because who knows that kind of damage? I hit a girl and broke her cheekbone. I don't want you to deal with that. That's
on the slap?
Nah.
Oh.
But still, my punch is probably the equivalent of Mike Tyson's slap. Probably not even. It's probably way less than that. You know what I mean? So I can only imagine like what he would break in your face. Your nose. That's a lot.
I ain't trying to get slapped up.
Yeah.
And slaps are just, I'd rather get punched than slapped. Honestly.
Oh.
Something about that slap, man. It's just
it covers a lot of real estate in your face.
Man, dog. Just the anger on it. But yeah. So we just doing those two questions?
Yeah. Because we got to get to
we got to get the gross point baked. And then we out of here. Thank you guys for listening in to another episode of Verbal Cardio. Any question I ask, let me know in the comment section below. I want to know whose team you picking on Stranger Things. If you had to be on one of those teams, thinking about the workload, let me know which team. Also, when was the last time you've been on an adventure? I want to know. And I'm not just talking about going on a trip and you staying at a nice hotel and then that's not an adventure. I'm talking about straight up adventures, man.
It is when you're a woman.
Huh?
It is when you're a woman by yourself, staying somewhere, anywhere. That's an adventure. You never know if you're gonna make it.
Yeah, no, but no, we're not doing that either. Straight up adventure. You did some wild shit that you never did. That was scary and fun and all that, and you got great memories behind it. Never? Damn, LaToya.
Slarita said never, but we're not surprised.
Slarita, you don't do nothing, dog.
Slarita doesn't exist.
What do you do?
Slarita does not exist. Slarita, and this is no disrespect to people who do live like this. Slarita might be one of those people on that show, My 500-Pound Life, because they don't do anything.
You 500, Slarita? Not that there's
anything wrong with that.
There's something kind of wrong with it a little bit.
We do want the best for you. But you could be an audio engineer from the comfort of your bed.
I'm all about accepting people for who they are, but 500 pounds, you got no business being that big.
I feel like you really don't be going outside. I'm 159.
Oh, you lightweight. How tall are you?
Right, go outside.
We're talking to Slarita for those listeners that wonder who we talking to. Slarita is one of my patron saints.
Who lives upstate New York.
He lives allegedly all up in New York, but we doubting it. He didn't come to my show when I was in New York. So now, he's looking real suspect out here.
Oh, he 5'7", 159. I could take him.
5'7", 159. Okay.
I could take him.
All right.
All right, y'all.
But anyway, thank y'all so much. Share this with your friends. Tell people to tune in to Verbal Cardio if they like a good podcast, man. Tell them to pull up, man. We want the numbers to get up, and then, you know what I'm saying? That way we can do our thing and do all that and get that going. Shout out to Sabrina, producer extraordinaire.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And until next time, y'all have a great week, man. And we out.